life update. I have been sick, really sick. Yesterday I didn't really vlog except saying goodbye to Auntie Mo, but I was so sick. I don't even remember a lot of yesterday. I slept a lot of it, and I had a whole list of things I needed to do. Didn't get much of them done. In fact, I'm not even sure if I'll have all my videos up for the week, but you won't notice that now. You'll have noticed that before. But we're about to leave for the airport, maybe like 5 hours, 4 hours. So Judah and I have been the sickest with the runs, shall we say. Found out here they call it driving. And, I just realized I was by a baby's window. I don't want to wake him up. We're trying to fit everything in today that I didn't get done yesterday, and so we're packing, doing all this stuff. And so Lydia was helping me. She's also a nurse, and so I sent her up to the pharmacist to get some meds for us, especially anti-diarrheal, because it is like, it would just be really hard to travel this way. And I also got on a scale this morning and realized I lost 9 pounds, and that's probably, I'm back to my pre-pregnancy weight, which is not good. I'm like 16 weeks pregnant, 16 and a half. So some days I've been able to eat and still be sick, and some days I'm so sick I can't eat hardly. And drinking water yesterday was the first time it has been a challenge because I was extremely nauseous. So she brought me home some like electrolyte replacements. I do feel better. I wouldn't be talking like this yesterday. And but she keeps telling me I look pale and stuff. And then she remembered when she was on her way to the chemist, the pharmacist, that there has been a cholera outbreak here recently. And so she's like, I think maybe you should go see a doctor before, because it's been like maybe 5 or 6 days, not intense every day, but about 2 of them randomly were really intense. And then she also told me that typhoid can just go south, and I thought typhoid makes you vomit severely, so I had sort of ruled out typhoid, but she said no, I don't think we should. And then sometimes malaria can show up just this form and not the fever. Anyway, we have a good friend here who is an amazing doctor, and he said he could fit me in. So our flight leaves at 4, or we leave here at 4 for our flight at 7:40, and he's gonna see me at 1:30. So Lydia's gonna run me over there to be seen. I am obviously feeling much better today, but just to make sure. But there is one thing I want to do before I go over to the doctor, and that is to show you King's Kids Village, because I have not had time to do that yet, and I really want to show you the legacy that my grandma and my grandpa have left, and how amazing it is. It is so cool. There's nothing like it, I don't think, in all the world. Okay, so first of all, it's a huge grounds. There's a big field down there where kids play soccer, the school, and then I've showed you Faith House several times where the apartments are. But I'm gonna get Lydia to give us the real tour so she can show us exactly what's what. I found Lydia. She's gonna show us around a little bit.
Yeah, do you want to start in the garden?
Yeah, sure.
Right, let's go down there and then we'll work our way up.
Okay. Someone gave you the sheep?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So she drives up in like this really nice like Mercedes. And she's like, you know, she called me from the gate. She's like, I've got something for you. And we get people all the time that bring stuff. But I thought she said sheets. So I was like, okay. So she drives up and she's in this like really nice sedan. She opens her trunk.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, oh my gosh, it's a sheep.
So what are you doing with this sheep?
She's like, they bought it as a pet.
Oh my word.
For their kids, and then now it's too big. So they're like.
So you get people's leftover pets.
Here, you guys can have a sheep. You can do whatever you want, but we can't eat it because it's a pet. But if you guys want to eat it, you can eat it.
Oh.
And then she goes, his name is Sean.
Now you can't eat it either. It's got a name. Oh my.
So here's our chicken project. Oh, the smell of the audience.
No, it's okay.
Oh, it's locked. Maybe we can peek. We can peek in.
Oh. Oh, look at all the chicks. That's where the kids have been coming to check on them?
Yes. And they're like twice the size of when.
Yeah, they were tiny. Yeah. My kids have been like, oh, we got to go check on the chicks tonight. So the chicken project is.
This project is an income generating project that we started, maybe, I guess it was about a year ago.
Okay.
And so it was really mainly because we heard about people who were making pretty good money on selling them for meat. They don't lay, they're not layers. We got a grant to build the house from a company that gives us grants for different things that projects that we need to do.
Oh, yeah.
And because it was income generating, that's something that they really were wanting to help us out with.
Yeah.
So we built the house, but it's smaller than we wanted originally.
Oh.
Because it only holds like 400-ish,
okay.
maybe 450 chicks at a time, but we really wanted to do like 1,000 at a time because that would help us break even better. We'll see. I think we're eventually gonna expand. We want to do it bigger.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, but basically this is like back in here is like where we do all the processing. So we do all the processing ourselves and everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Sustainability is like the thing that how long has KKV been?
KKV's been there since we opened in 2004. So we've not really had very much sustainability projects until, well, maybe a couple years ago. We had the garden for a while. Yeah. But it wasn't doing much for a long time, and we've really been able to kind of do more with it now than we used to. So I would say probably our garden was the first one. It feeds us more than it sells. Yeah. Which we're happy about because it
it's a lot of mouths to feed.
Oh, yeah, and great organic stuff that gives our kids nutrients that they wouldn't really be getting with the
otherwise.
Price that we have.
So they didn't have much rain at the beginning of this year. It's been kind of droughty around here.
What do they call? What do you call them? Swiss chard. We call them spinach.
Oh, okay.
And this is our fish pond.
Wow. This side too?
This is where we keep, like, it's not, there's nothing there right now. This is just the rain that filled it. But we have, when we get the little tiny fish, then we keep them in there until they're bigger.
Oh, okay.
And then we put them in there. So
here's the fish pond.
So there's one here and there's one over there too.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So we've got catfish and tilapia.
Is this something you sell or just eat here?
We sell, but we've actually not really been having very much luck with our fish ponds. We haven't been able to find someone that can really help us set it up well. Oh. So we've had it set up several times and then just not work out. Like the fish all died or they got eaten by something or several different theories, and we can't ever figure out exactly what is going on. So yeah.
This one's a work in progress.
Yeah, this one's a work in progress. We're still learning the project. Maggie, is Nini? Saga. Yeah, it's they eat the leaves. So this is like a traditional greens. Nahizi? Oh, the arrowroot.
Yeah. Oh, those leaves are huge.
Yeah.
And then there's
karibu. Oh, hey. Oh. Miezi mbili. Zimebaki. Oh, it's 2 months left until harvest time.
Okay. Yeah. And then there's the collard greens over there. I did not know they look like that when they grow.
They don't usually. This is a special breed that
yeah, because we grow them in our yard and they're not that they don't get tall.
It. And this has been there for over we can keep it for a year.
Wow.
And just keep plucking it until it gets too tall to pluck, and then we cut them down and see like the stalks. This was our previous batch.
Oh, okay.
The stalks become part of the blanket on top, the mulching. Yeah.
So the gardening you do is like back to Eden gardening, or?
Yeah, it's called Farming God's Way. Is our method. But basically it's a lot of that. You just keep mulching and ulipanda nini huko? Oh, maragwe. Black nono. Kubwa. Na black. Oh, the black beans that you saw on Mom's table the other day. Did you see any black beans on Mom's table?
I think so.
They were from there. That's
Oh.
They're
not just black beans. They're large?
They're not black beans, because black beans, they have a different name for them.
Oh.
Yeah. I'll have to look at them.
I saw some grayish ones today. Somebody was eating.
Oh, maybe it's that.
Yeah.
Did you see those? What are they called, do you know?
I don't know. Somebody was eating them and left the plate there.
Oh.
They're gray. I don't even know what they're called. I've never seen them before. I was going to ask you. Look at those trees.
Our banana trees.
Oh my
and then
goodness.
I'll take you back there because we've got orange and lemon trees too. But this is where we do some of our compost. We do our own composting.
Okay.
So this is from all the houses, and then we get it together and put it together with soil and stuff like that. So see, this is a lemon tree right here. Do you see the
Oh
lemons on it?
yeah. Uh-huh.
Our lemons never get yellow.
Yeah, I noticed. Lemons are big
Nice.
and green.
Yeah.
And the limes are really tiny and sometimes yellow.
Yes. Yeah, and then back there, if you can you can zoom in maybe back there. This is the bee boxes. You see those boxes back there?
Yeah.
So they're all the way across down the wall that way.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I don't see any bananas.
So they're not all in trash cans.
Oh, there's bananas. No, Trey just took out the.
Oh.
That's where he puts it when he harvests. See the banana?
Oh, look
There's
at
some right
that. There we go. Nice. I need a banana tree so bad.
You should. I wonder if it would die during the.
I don't think it produced enough for us.
Would it die during the winter though?
Oh yeah, of course. That's why they're only tropical. Unfortunately.
Papayas?
Whoa. I wonder if you guys can see that.
Nico, Papa, what are these beans called?
Papayas.
Noelle. The local name for these beans are Noelle.
No kidding. Wow. This is the plant
So
here?
that is the plant.
Oh, the
That's a
flowering
bean.
one.
Yeah, the flowering one.
Huh.
This is rosemary,
Oh yeah.
and we like that in our tea.
Okay. So Lydia was the only one of her 7. There are 7 siblings in her family. She was the only one actually born in the States.
And then now I'm the only one to live.
And now she's the only one that lives here. Her Swahili is on point. Her accent is on point.
My Swahili is not as on point as I wish it was.
It's good, guys. It's good. In fact, people, when they talk to her on the phone, they meet her. They're like, "You're a white lady?" They don't believe it.
No.
Hi, Sean. Yeah, this house.
Yeah, this house right here is like through that green door on that side right there. There's also another entrance on the other side, but is one reason why KKV is a little bit different. We do transition, so we do our kids that are 18 and over. Technically, like according to the Children's Service, like there's not really any kind of transition program for them to transition them out of homes. And so we sort of created our own, and so we have them after they're 18. If they're still in high school, we'll keep them usually for maybe 2 or 3 years until we get them kind of have a certificate or some kind of paperwork that they can get a job with, and kind of help them get on their feet.
Yeah, so a lot of orphanages or children's homes in Kenya, when you turn 18,
they don't have and a lot of times it's resources. It's not like they don't care.
Yeah.
But a lot of the times it's like, okay, phew, like you're now like responsible for yourself.
Yes.
So just go make your life. And
Yeah.
a lot of times it's hard because they have no way to make any kind of money. So
Without a support system.
yeah.
So this
Yeah.
provides them with a support system. They have like standards they have to keep while they live here, rules they follow,
Yeah.
and to help them get more responsibility and be ready to get out on their own in a few years.
Yeah, to learn how to be self-sufficient.
Yeah, and a lot of their kids in transition are in college, so that is
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is really fun. We've got several who are in like what would you call them?
Like a trade school?
Like trade school, yeah. So we've got a couple or a few in trade school, and then we've got one who's actually in college. So we've got several who are still kind of waiting to get into a program. So we're working with them to get them started.
So some of the funds they raise go to that.
A lot, yeah. So we do have we have funds that go towards that quite a bit right now because we're trying to help them learn how to budget and like stuff like that properly. So we also give them like a stipend to work with, and they have to work a certain amount of hours to get it, so that we teach them, like, you work for what you get.
Yes.
And then what you get, you have to
Yes.
learn how to budget and buy your own food, so they have to cook for themselves and like and clean their house.
Yes.
You know.
Unemployment is really high here in Kenya, so it's not like in the States where you can get a job at 15 or 16 years old and get work experience. So they're giving them that work experience so that when they get out, they know how to work. And of the value of money and budgeting. So it's a really cool program to have that transition piece in there. And that just started a few years ago, right? Maybe
3 or 4 years ago.
Okay.
We had our first group that kind of reached that 18 stage, and we were like, oh, they're not, you know, they were still in school.
Yeah.
They were still in high school because they had started later. Wasn't really working to have them in houses, like with the parents and stuff, because you're 18, you don't want to be told what to do.
Yes.
So we just sort of had to create something that was still like helpful and helping them learn how to be adults and stuff, but allowing them to have more freedom than they were getting in their houses. So yeah, so next we're going to show you like a classroom at the school. I'll just give you a brief look. The school is beautiful, the rooms and everything. The special thing about KKV school is that when kids come here, some of them have had no education, or some of it's been hit and miss, and they couldn't just go in necessarily to the grade that they should be. And so here, having a school on campus, they're able to customize their education more, right? And so they're able to like work with them where they're at and bring them up, instead of sending them off campus to a school where they would just be forced to try to catch up and maybe never catch up. So some of the kids do graduate. Diagnostics when they first come in.
Yeah.
To see where they're at level-wise.
So they may graduate late, but they're graduating and they're getting that chance to get through what they need to and learn what they need to. So this is first grade and preschool. They're just at the very end of their class. So they've been playing together just the last 10 minutes, the two classes combined.
Ding dong, ding dong, ziggy, ziggy, ziggy. Ding dong, ding dong, ziggy, ziggy, ziggy. Ding dong, ding dong, ziggy, ziggy, ziggy. I know I'll be da-da. Everybody say 1, 2, 2 by 2, 2 by 2, 2 by 2. I'm not friend 2 by 2. I know I'll be da-da. And the rain came down, shua. And the rain came down, shua. And the rain came down, shua. I know I'll be da-da. When we see a rainbow, rainbow. When we see a rainbow, rainbow. When we see a rainbow, rainbow. Remember God is love. Remember God is love. Yeah.
Yay, that was so good. You guys did a great job. Good job. Can I have a high five?
Oh, I know.
Oh, man. Oh, I'm gonna have no hand left. Oh.
Okay, get your bags to go now.
Oh. Okay. Oh, you're all done. Thank you.
Go home.
Hi.
So
Hey, guys.
This is our standard 8 class. So our class 8, they're going to be doing a big exam this year, so they're busy studying. What
Okay.
are you guys working on now?
Man, that's a lot of books.
They're doing social studies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You guys, we have to read all these books? Wow.
They have to copy them all into notebooks too.
Oh my. Wow. Hey, thanks guys. We'll be praying for you when you take that test. Here in Kenya, you take a huge exam in about 8th grade, and unfortunately, it can sometimes determine your future. It's a huge exam.
The end
Oh,
of
the
high
end
school.
of 8th grade. Oh,
The end of 8th grade and the end of
Two of
the high school. Yeah.
okay. Yeah, they're big
And they're
exams. So that's
huge.
what these kids are studying for.
And they do determine the rest.
They do determine the rest of their life, which personally I don't think is an awesome system, but that's the system here.
That's it. No, they're working on it though. They're trying to
They
change
are.
the
They are
system.
changing. I've heard about some changes.
Yeah, they're trying to change it. They're trying to improve it. They're looking at different systems all over the world and seeing how they can take from people that are winning at the education.
Kenya in general is, yeah.
Yes, as a, yeah.
In fact, for a while they were using a different curriculum, like a US-based curriculum, ACE. But for them to go to college here, they were finding it better to prepare them for the Kenyan system, basically. So that's why they're doing it that way. And the kids are doing well. They're doing good.
Yeah.
Ooh, someone trimmed today.
Yeah, does it look nice?
Yeah.
Over there too.
Yes. Looks like it snowed leaves.
Yeah, so this is the main house. That house over there, the little one, is the girls' transition house. The other one you saw before was the boys.
Oh, okay. Hi guys. How's it going? Good.
We just can't stand it.
So excited.
So there's the kitchen.
Oh yes, the kitchen. This kitchen gets a lot of action, I think.
Oh yeah.
They got a fridge in there, a good stove, cooking some veggies for lunch, maybe.
For lunch? For supper.
For supper.
Yeah. So
I love how the living rooms are so big and there's lots of couch space for lots of people.
yeah, we try to get enough couch space for everybody.
Yeah.
And a big enough table for everybody to eat at. So
Yes.
we all eat together.
Yes, that's nice. Nice and spacious. Lots of light.
Because they buy so much bulk, they buy so
Yes.
much in huge numbers that this is where they keep a lot of their stuff, and then they take
Love
little
it.
amounts to the kitchen.
I'm all about bulk shopping with a lot of children.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I showed her one of your.
Oh, okay. So this is their extra pantry, which is nice.
Yeah, so we're getting the spaghetti for lunch.
There we go.
Basically look the same, except for we tried to kind of customize it a little bit to be kind of like apartment buildings. So where we got different paint on the walls or different curtains in every room. So like in the neighboring house, they don't have the same curtains and they don't have the same paint on the wall. To kind of help it feel like, okay, this is my house and there's a difference.
Yes.
So in each house we've got parents, so that one of those was the mama's, who lives in this house. She and her husband live here, and they live here basically 24/7. They do have their off times, and they have their seasons where they can go and go away for a time or whatever.
Yeah. Like a respite.
Yeah. We have we have leave every so they have to take a certain leave mandated by the government. So we do that, and we give them extra because they're here all the time.
Yeah.
So they do take those days, and then they also have one day a week where they go away for the day so that they can get some rest. But yeah, so because it's a seriously intense job.
Yeah, for
In
sure.
this house, they've got 9 kids.
So here's 5 girls here, I bet, right?
4, actually. There's an extra bed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then does every
And then
bedroom have
every
a
bedroom has a
bathroom?
bathroom.
Oh,
including
that's
the parents'
awesome.
room. So all the parents have their room with a bathroom. The boys have a room with a bathroom. And the girls have a room with a bathroom.
Nice.
So, yeah, it eliminates some of those sticky teenage
Issues.
like boys and girls sharing bathrooms.
The wonderful thing about King's Kids Village is that the kids are being raised in a home environment. So they're all different ages in the home. It's not just like they're with their age mates in a room. They're being raised with parents, and there's little kids all the way up to teenagers in each house. So it's way more natural that way.
Yeah.
And
Totally.
it's pretty cool. I won't show you the parents' room or the boys' room because they're just basically the same thing, except I imagine the parents' room has a big bed instead of bunk beds.
Yeah, and it is laid out a little bit differently, but they have just as many closets. They have like a whole wall of closets, and then they have their bathroom.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's nice.
All the rest of the apartments are the same, basically, besides what she described.
Yep, they're all
You've seen one, you've seen them all. So what kind of kids come into KKV?
We get kids from lots of different situations. So a lot of the times they either were, because we work with other children's homes where we get some of our kids from that take maybe abandoned kids. So kids that were left either at a hospital, police station, or in other places that they're found.
The home that I was working with that I talked about in the How We Met video that takes in abandoned babies, they've gotten quite a few kids from there.
Yeah, because like that home is really specifically catered for taking infants, and so when they get older and they haven't been adopted out, then it is harder. They don't have facilities to take care of them.
Yes.
So they find homes like ours that'll take them and maybe take them longer term. To kind of settle them a little bit since they weren't adopted out. And so we get kind of kids like that. We also get kids who maybe one or both of their parents passed away. Maybe the only surviving parent is very sick, and or is disabled to where they can't care for them. We do a lot of social work to try and find family and whatever, and so we have to do a lot of that before they can come and like really be committed to us. Some of them do have surviving relatives, which we are working with, trying to get them reconnected, and we do make sure that they do like home visits and things like that, because it's good to keep them kind of connected with the family that they do have.
So some of them at Christmas time, they even go home to their relatives, if they have relatives that just aren't able to care for them but are around, so that they stay connected.
A lot of the people that we work with, though, I mean, a lot of the kids that we have, their home life or wherever their surviving relatives are is not a safe environment. So there might be like a history of abuse or violence in the homes, and so we can't keep them there long term, which is why they got to us in the first place. But we work very closely with our children's officers, and we work very closely with the government here to make sure that we're doing everything to stay within the laws of the country, so that we have everybody that's here is under here under the committal of the courts, and everything is
And then they also take sibling groups, which not every home will take not a lot of homes will take sibling groups.
How you doing?
Hey, how's it going? Good.
Are you cold?
I don't know how he's cold. He doesn't live in Nebraska.
No, it's cold here. This is cold.
They also take HIV positive kids, which not every home will take. In fact, when I was here, like living here, there was maybe 2 homes that took them. Is it a little more now?
Yeah, it's more now, but usually what they do is there are people who are like specifically catered for those kids, and that's why a lot of times siblings are broken up. Because they work with only kids who are, and then the kids who are not. So a lot of times siblings, you'll find that some kids are and some kids aren't, because of kind of where it came into the family. We take no matter. So if they're siblings, we try to keep them together, no matter the age or kind of status or anything like that, health status. So to keep them together with their siblings, they don't need to lose anybody else than they've already lost.
And so those kids are well cared for. They are seen by doctors often. They're on medication, and it all goes really well here. One other thing I want you to address is, I know people ask, can they adopt from KKV?
Well, it's not completely closed to a Kenyan. So if you're a Kenyan and you'd like to come to
currently
adopt,
Kenya makes it impossible for foreigners to adopt. And then, but none of your kids are adoptable status,
Some of them are.
Oh, some are.
Yeah, some of them are they are what they call adoptable status. Not very many of them are, and that's kind of where we get the kids that kind of know, like there's no other option for them. A lot of times. So a lot of the kids we have aren't. Because they have like maybe surviving relatives or whatever, but some of them are.
So my grandma got a vision for orphans. Like, she felt like the Lord spoke to her about orphans. I think she was in her young 20s.
It was in 1949.
I know you know the story well. I've heard it a lot, but I'm terrible at dates. And she said that the Lord told her she would be the mother of many orphans. And she was living in Kenya at the time. My mom was born here. They were missionaries. And so she thought, well, maybe it's now. And then it didn't work out. And so then they went and they raised their kids mostly in Nigeria as missionaries. She thought maybe it would be then. Didn't work out then. They ended up coming back to Kenya. How old were they?
They were 74 and 73, I think.
73, I know, I think she was 73. And they started King's Kids Village at 73 years old. And then she wrote a book called Never Too Old. But that is my grandma that you see in my videos, who lives in Lincoln, right near us.
She's the one who started.
She and my grandpa started it all. And it's been run by the donations of many gracious people from around the world, Kenyans included. And yeah, so if you want to be a part of it and you want to give, thank you guys for watching this, by the way. And if you want to be a part of it, I'm going to just give you the information in the description box below of how you can donate. And if you want to come visit even, I bet they could hook you up. If you know about fish ponds,
Yeah.
maybe you should come make a trip out here. Yeah. Thanks so much, Lydia.
You're welcome.
She's gonna take me to the doctor now to get fixed up. But I really wanted to show you guys what all, we didn't see the chickens, but the chickens actually belong to one mama, right?
They belong to one of our transition kids, actually.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. That's part of her train. She just loves it. She loves farming, so she that was part of her, like, she just
That is awesome. I was walking around the school, somebody handed me this stack of letters, and it's mostly for the kids. It's so sweet. They loved having the kids around. Guys, this is last day chaos. I mean, last half hour chaos. I don't know why they're playing games, but we just got all the suitcases out of here. The house is whew, feeling the pains of all of us. Are you tired, Des? We got to get the car seats out there.
The passport.
Brian, you didn't see Brian in Melindy. He was the missing figure.
Yeah.
Huh?
Show the good people. We're not going anywhere if we don't all have this.
Yeah, we got those.
Oh, geez.
Oh, but look how big the stack is. Oh, and we need those locks, I think.
Okay, so we start.
Everybody's here. A bunch of KKV kids have come over to say goodbye, bring us cards. Hi Talia, hi Talia, hi Talia, hi Talia. We're all trying to leave. Micah doesn't even care. He's just over here. Oh, and Luka playing 4 square. Actually, they play 8 square, so a lot of them can play.
Can I join until we leave?
I guess we gotta wait in line. They are gonna miss KKV. Bye. Bye. This is an operation. We need 2 cars to get to and from the airport. Are you ready for this? Nyanya, are you saying goodbye? You gotta say goodbye to Nyanya without crying. Oh my. Oh, who has you? Mariah, can I see your school uniform? Oh, you look so smart. I love it. Very nice. Oh, did you say goodbye to the baby? One of the young men, Julius, he was up late writing each of us a card and each of us a long note. Show it inside, Luka. And it's super cool. It's even in 3D. His name pops out.
What? You guys have to start with one.
Okay, we're here in the airport. It's chaotic, but not that bad actually. Solo's checking in all our luggage. So I'm over here with the kids. We're just trying to be out of the way because we're so many of us that we trip over each other. Anyway, there's a couple things. Yeah. Ooh, don't tip that over. There's a couple things I forgot to mention. One, couldn't get into the doctor. We went, we waited. It was taking too long, and catching my flight right now is more important. But I got some Imodium and it helped for now. So if I still have it when I get back, if I'm still sick, because it's been like a week, I will have some things to tell the doctor of what to check for too if he doesn't know exactly. So that's the good news. And then guys, get up, please don't lay all over the floor. Get up. Oh, no. The other thing I want to tell you is that I forgot to mention at KKV you can sponsor children at King's Kids Village, and they really need sponsors, guys. It's expensive raising those kids, and it is $50 a month, I think, but I'll put the information below. They also really need one-time donations too, so if you are able to give, oh, we appreciate it so much more than we can even say. So thank you for that. $50 a month might seem high, like I know World Vision and stuff, there are a lot of programs you can sponsor a kid through that are a lot lower, but they're usually supplementing their needs. But KKV takes care of everything, their education, their housing, their food, the guards at the front gate to keep them safe, everything. So that's why it's higher than what you would see in a program that supplements. And then a lot of kids sometimes have 2 sponsors, so that's how they work that out. Anyway, I just wanted to mention that. Thank you for letting me talk about that. I really appreciate that. And then secondly, I hate leaving Kenya. I have always hated leaving Kenya, and I probably always will. Diarrhea and all.
Wait, is that 3rd?
We've been talking to the kids a lot about, oh yeah, that's 3rd. Oh my gosh, I'm sick. I'm feeling kind of sick right now. I hope this flight goes good. We have a long one because we're actually having to stop in Dar es Salaam. And then, anyway, I'm gonna end this video and maybe we'll film some of the trip. We'll see. The lady that just came over to tag our bags watches this on YouTube. And it's funny because the other person that we met
Who watched us was on the train.
was on the train. Planes, trains, and automobiles. Oh my, okay, we're getting grumpy.